Ludicrous Feed is proudly sponsored by Carloop Data and Koba Car Insurance. Oh, yep, do you hear that? That was the speed camera chime. That's all you get. Hey everyone, welcome to my video on software update 2024.14.3 for our 2023 Tesla Model Y with the AMD Ryzen chip here in Sydney, Australia. Let's go through the release notes right now. There it is there, 2024.14.3, and just confirming I do have premium connectivity as well. Let's have a look. Okay, so for 14.3 we get Audible. Listen to thousands of Audible originals, audiobooks and podcasts, pick up where you left off and listen seamlessly between your device and Tesla. Scan the QR code to log into your Audible account or try it out with a selection of free audiobooks and podcasts. Requires premium connectivity. Love this feature because I do listen to a lot of audiobooks in the car. Visual updates, you might have seen at the start of this video, the new look home screen. User interface V12 elevates your visual experience with the following updates. Immersive full screen vehicle controls when you're parked, large playback controls and quick access to recent favorites and up next in the media player, expandable autopilot driving visualizations with a smaller map in the corner for trip guidance. So we will go for a drive later on in this video to show you the autopilot driving visualizations, but for now let's have a look at the main screen again. There we go, so we've got navigation there, we've got the media as well as quick controls down the bottom here as well, and nice big visualization of the car, which you can swivel around like this. How cool is that? It looks awesome. And then the usual controls to open the front, the boot, charge port, and lock and unlock the vehicle too. And in the corner here, just the map, just to remind you of where you are. I wonder whether when you press this, it goes to the map. Yes, it does. How cool is that? Okay, next up is Spotify queue and playback. You can now sync your Spotify queue across vehicles and devices and adjust playback speed. Very handy. Preview of Sentry mode recordings. Now this is really handy too. When Sentry mode triggers your vehicle alarm and records an event, you can immediately preview a brief clip of the recording on your phone. Press and hold the notification to watch the recording. In your vehicle settings, you must have safety dash cam turned on, which we do. Requires a USB with sufficient memory plugged into the vehicle. Tesla app 4.31.5 plus on the iPhone and premium connectivity. Preview vehicles end-to-end encrypted and can't be accessed by a Tesla. So this is really handy. You can quickly look and see whether you need to action that Sentry mode notification from your phone when you're out and about. Next up is speed camera chimes. To hear a chime when you're approaching a speed camera, turn on navigation, speed camera chime in your vehicle settings. You must have online routing turned on. Requires premium connectivity once again. So this is really handy. My last software update video, I made a point that the speed camera notification was silent and there was no way to actually tell there was a speed camera coming up unless you looked at the screen. So now there's a chime, which is good, which gives you an extra cue that the speed camera is coming up. So let's turn that on right now for us. So let's go to navigation, speed camera, chime. That's good, we'll leave that on. Okay, next one is average speed zones. When driving through an average speed zone, you can now see your average speed in the zone and the distance to the end of it. You must have navigation, online routing turned on, requires premium connectivity once again. So there are definitely more sections on the highway now in Australia where they have cameras on either end of a speed zone so that you don't just slow down when the speed camera is coming up. And that way it records your average speed across, say, 5 kilometers or whatever. So it's good to know now we've got these, and I assume like the speed camera chime feature that you must also be on a navigation route as well to have this working. So I won't be doing any road trips today, but next time I go on a long road trip, I'll make sure to make note of this feature. Next feature is trip progress bar. Below the turn-by-turn list in your navigation, you'll now see a progress bar that changes as you drive closer to your destination or next stop. The progress bar also reflects live traffic conditions on your route if you have online routing turned on. For real-time traffic and road conditions to appear on your route, the setting at navigation online routing must be turned on, requires premium connectivity. You're starting to see a theme here, right? You must have premium connectivity, which costs $10 per month here in Australia. So once again, navigation, and make sure online routing is turned on. Okay, next feature in this update is adaptive high beams. Now we've done a video already on this in the Highland Model 3. It's good to know that the Tesla Model Y with the pixel headlights now have this feature, and it's all turned on with software, which is fantastic. Adaptive high beams. High beams now adapt to reduce glare for other drivers and cyclists. By detecting other road users and selectively dimming individual pixels of the headlight, your high beams stay on more often for greater visibility at night. To turn them on in your vehicle settings, go to Lights, Adaptive High Beams. So I'm going to go for a night drive in a future video. Won't be doing it for this one, but I'll be testing that out for you in the next one. Okay, next one is better route available. Navigation now shows you at the top of your turn list if a faster route becomes available. It will reroute unless you decline before the option expires. To choose how often you see these suggestions, adjust the number of minutes saved. In your vehicle settings, go to Navigation, Online Routing, Reroute to save. To use this feature, you must have online routing turned on. So let's try that once again. Navigation and reroute to save X number of minutes, which is good. Again, I won't be going for a long drive today, but good to know that it'll give you the option to reroute as necessary. Wiper controls. Hey, let's see what's happening with wiper controls. Scroll wheel. When you press the wiper button to view wiper controls, you can now adjust wiper speed by moving the left scroll wheel button up or down. Wipers button. When you have the wipers set to 1, 2, 3, or 4, you can press the wipers button to cycle through the speeds. Okay, so how this works is when you press the wiper button, which is this one here on the left stalk, and then this dialog comes up here, you can actually use the left scroll wheel to adjust where you want the wipers to go. So you can go 4, 3, 2, 1, auto, and off. And when you've got it on 1, 2, 3, or 4, you can then use the wiper button to change between them all. So that is super handy. I'll leave it on auto. Interesting to see whether it actually has improved the auto wipers. That's been an issue, particularly on Autopilot recently. Next one is security improvements. This update includes important security fixes and improvements. That's good to know with any software update. And it's good now Tesla is putting all the other minor updates here as well. In the past, we've kind of had to work them out for ourselves and use social media tools to also get more information. But now Tesla's being upfront and giving us information on the minor updates. So let's have a look. Other updates. When you're parked, you can expand the browser to full screen. Excellent. Let's have a look at that. Let's go to browser. Okay, so we're parked currently, so let's push this button here. That's nice. So I guess we can now go to websites like, well, I don't know, let's say Ludicrous Feed. Because why not, right? Shameless plug. So this is my website here. Oh, look, we've got all my search terms as well. That's good. Ludicrous AF. That's probably not me. So we go, Ludicrous Feed. It's all my stuff. Hey, oh, YouTube comes up first. Okay, so that brings up the YouTube native app. That's interesting. But if I go to my website, there we go. That's all my information right there. So that is super handy, and now it appears as full screen as well in very high res. Okay, back to the minor updates, and check this out. You can also minimize your media, and that becomes a little box like that, as opposed to having it nice and big. If you want to minimize it too, that's cool. Okay, more features. You can now swipe to delete Sentry mode recordings in the Dashcam app on your vehicle touchscreen, or at security Sentry mode alarm previews in the Tesla app 4.32.0 plus. Excellent, let's check that out. So let's go to Sentry mode recordings. Okay, so that's the Dashcam app, and look at this, you can now swipe like that to delete. So that's really handy actually, before you have to actually look at each footage to delete it. So let's see, can I swipe this all the way to delete? No, just still got to press the button like that. So that could be the next update, to swipe all the way to delete. And check this out in the Tesla app. If you go to security and drivers, and then go to Sentry mode recording previews, I've got no previews at the moment, but you can now delete them as well as necessary from the Tesla app, which is cool. Again, you need Tesla app 4.32.0 for this to work. Okay, let's keep going, and almost there. When you have valet mode on and your vehicle is unlocked or shifted out of park, you'll receive a notification on your phone. That's good to know. The Vampires Survivors game, that's quite an addictive game by the way, in arcade now has the Space 54 and Deplorable updates. Good to know. And finally, arcade includes the latest game update for Polytopia, Path of the Ocean. Alright, well that is a huge software update, 2024.14.3. Thank you Tesla again for making our vehicles better each time. Again, you do need three things. You need the most updated Tesla app, you need premium connectivity, that seems to be the common theme, and you also need the AMD Ryzen chip. So basically anything from about January 2022 onwards for Tesla Model 3 and most Tesla Model Ys should have this new chip for the infotainment screen for all these new updates to work. Alright, well let's go for a test drive now to make sure all these new features in the software update work as advertised. Alright, so we're about to turn out onto a main road to do a real world test. You can see from the nav, see where we have been before there. And then you can also see now a trip progress bar, how far we are along. And there's a bit of orange there as well. And now you can swipe left to, this way, to give you more visualization. So now you can see what's happening in the world around you from the computer's eyes, and then you can see in this top left corner your nav as well. If you want to quickly go back to the nav, just click that or tap that, and that'll get you there. But for now, let's do this. And all the media settings are still here as well. And what's really important now is that, check this out, the speed limit, or your speedometer, is now really big. That has been a complaint for a long time, so I'm glad Tesla listened to its owners. Nice and big, much bigger than before, at least 50% bigger, maybe more. It's good. Okay, so 1 tap for cruise control. Then once we get to 80, we can zip up to Autopilot. Let's do that. So now we are matching the posted speed sign to 80, and then double tap. There we go, now we're on Autopilot. It's good. We can now see visualizations on the other side of the road as well. You can't swipe these away, I don't think. It sort of stays there. Okay, still got lots to see here on the screen. We've still got the map there to give you an idea of where we're going. Let's change lanes to the left. So with lane change, you've got to disengage, and then you've got to put it back on. Now it still doesn't match the posted speed sign, I don't think, on a multi-lane road. No, it doesn't, so I've got to manually adjust it down, which is still one drawback. I've now tested other EVs where it does that for you automatically, like the Ford Mustang Mach-E. I don't know why Tesla doesn't allow you to match the posted speed sign on a multi-lane road still. Oh, yep, do you hear that? That was the speed camera chime. That's all you get. And I'm still on the route. So you've got to have the nav route going to hear that noise. So there it is there in the top left corner. Nothing shows up here in the big visualization. There's the speed camera there. So, yep, that worked out pretty well. Okay, so we are entering Chatswood, and here's a good chance to see lots of visualizations on the screen here. Pretty busy area. There's a lot more information now, I've just realized, than previously. Like oncoming traffic, pedestrians, parked cars. There's just a lot going on. So I guess it's tuning us for eventual full self-driving, I suppose. That's what's Tesla's aim with all these improvements for the screen and visualizations. And again, at the moment, only the AMD Ryzen cars are getting this. If you've got an older Model 3 with the Intel Atom chip, then this is not available just yet. I'm not sure that it's coming to those cars, but certainly it's Tesla's way of telling you you may need to upgrade your vehicle, because at this stage there's no way to retrofit with a AMD Ryzen chip currently. See pedestrians crossing the road there. It's pretty accurate. Someone walking that way. Parked cars, oncoming traffic. Right everyone, well thank you so much for watching. That's been software update 2024.14.3 for our Tesla Model Y here in Sydney, Australia. I'll be doing another video to showcase the adaptive high beams in this car separately in a nighttime video. So, whoa. Okay. So stay tuned for that. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Until next time, happy charging.